Why would you all come with her? Diamond rings and all those things, bet your life it isn't her. Oh, could she love, could she woo, could she do? Has anybody seen my gal?
Come on, Gramps, shake a leg.
I shake a leg, young lady. You'll be against your derriere.
That's other Gramps. Where's my coat, Dan?
Yeah, if anyone wants to talk about vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
No, Dad, I want vanilla milk chocolate ice cream.
Hey, what's in my black cow, Dan? One at a time, one at a time. Mr. Blaisdell. Yes, Dad, be with you in a minute. I hope she feels better, Tom.
Thanks, Charlie.
There are a couple of patches over there to be done, Billy. Yes, sir.
Box of aspirin, please.
Headache?
No, but if I had to stay in this madhouse long, I'd have one.
I don't like it either, but that soda fountain brings in more money than the rest of the store put together. Blaisdell's Pharmacy. Oh, hello, Harriet. Yeah, she's here. Yes, I'll tell her.
Mother?
Yeah, she wants you home right away.
Will do. Goodbye, Dad.
Bye, Millie.
Huh?
That'll be 15 cents.
15 cents. I can get this in New York for 14 cents.
Mister, if you want to spend $11 fare to New York to get that for 14 cents, it's all right with me.
I gotta go home now, Dan. Will I see you tonight?
You bet, Millie. 8 o'clock. There's a good... Yes, sir.
Double bromo.
One double bromo. There's a good movie at the Strand tonight.
What is it?
Bessie Love and Tom Warren. Anybody here seen Kelly?
Oh, that'll be the cat's pajamas.
Bye, Millie.
Goodbye.
See you at 8.
Right.
Hey, Dan,
Huh?
where's my soda?
One double bromo.
What is this?
That's the best bromo I ever had.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, mister!
Huh?
10 cents.
10,
A double bromo.
10 cents. Wasn't worth it. I wish to put an advertisement in the late edition.
Mom, the paper's here. What time did you say Dan was coming over? 8 o'clock. We're going to the Strand. Anybody here seen Kelly? I'll get it.
Good evening, young lady.
Good evening.
May I ask who you are?
You may. I'm Roberta. Who are you?
I'm Mr. Smith, Mr. John Smith.
Are you the John Smith who was in love with Pocahontas?
My dear young lady, do I look 300 years old? Don't answer that question. May I see your mother?
Yes.
Oh, you Mrs. Blaisdell?
I am.
I've come in answer to your advertisement.
What?
You advertised for a boarder. You said you had a pleasant room and excellent food.
Oh, I'm certain there must be some mistake.
There's no mistake. It was at the Courier, I'll show you. There it is. Black and white.
Boarder wanted, have pleasant room and excellent food for gentlemen, $8 a week, 302 Maple Street. But that's our address, all right, but
Maybe Papa did it. He said we could use some extra money.
Daddy wouldn't do anything like that without telling us.
Now, if you'll kindly show me to my room,
Mr. Smith, I have no intention of taking in a boarder.
then why did you advertise for one? Don't you realize that to advertise falsely is blatant misrepresentation? for which you can be held accountable in the public courts.
I did not advertise.
Perhaps it's a joke.
You may laugh if you wish, after you've shown me to my room.
But, Mr. Smith, we have no room.
Nonsense in a big house like this. Surely there must be a room somewhere.
Mama, how about that room next to the attic? You know, the one Grandma lived in after Grandpa died.
Sounds enchanting. I'll take it. Now, if you'll kindly lead the way.
I'll take you out.
Really, Mr. Smith,
I'll give you a week's payment in advance. You may send the receipt up to my room. By the way, what time is dinner?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. I usually dine at 6:30, but I imagine I can survive till 7.
Oh, I'm sure you like the room. It just has a gorgeous view. You have a nice porch, too. Grandma used to love to sit out here. Oh, let me help you. Quiet, Penny.
What's she barking about?
It's not a she, it's a he. And he's barking because this is his bed.
Now, don't tell me I'm supposed to sleep with him.
Oh, no. Penny's used to sleeping alone. He's really a wonderful dog. Papa says he's a purebred mongrel. What's this?
It's an easel. You see, I'm an artist.
No fooling. Golly, a real honest-to-goodness artist living with us. Penny, this is not a newspaper. How to paint in 10 easy lessons.
And that's something I wrote anonymously when I was an instructor in Paris.
Paris?
Yes, Paris. You see, Millicent,
That's my grandma. She died when I was 6.
a beautiful woman. A far cry from the flappers of today.
I don't take after her at all. But Millie, that's my sister. She looks just like her. I wish I was as beautiful as Millie.
I'm sure you will be, my dear, when you grow up. I've a feeling that you'll become a captivating creature.
Is that good or bad?
It's good for you, but bad for the boy.
Why didn't you call the courier and find out who inserted it?
I did. They said the person who took the ad had left for the day.
What will my friends think I was taking in a boarder? None of the better families would do a thing like that.
You mean richer families, not better, don't you, Howard? And stop shedding hair all over the room.
Well, look, if I can put up with your music, you can put up with this hair.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Look, Harriet, I'm going to tell this man he has to leave at once.
He's already paid in advance.
Mother gave him a receipt.
You what? Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh, really, Charles, it isn't as bad as I thought. We never used that room, and we can use the money, what with Millicent and Howard going to college. $8 a week will come in very handy. And I need a new winter coat.
I have no intention of taking in boarders. I've managed to make enough in the past to support my family, and I'll continue to do so. All right, he stays the week. After that, he goes.
Oh, Mr. Smith. I'd like you to meet my husband and my son, Howard.
I'm delighted to meet you. I'm sure we'll all be very happy here together. You did say dinner at 7, didn't you?
Yes, but we're going to be a little late this evening.
Well, in that case, I shall go back to my room and finish unpacking. Be good enough to call me when dinner is ready, please.
You know what? Mr. Smith is an artist, a great artist. He's been all over the world. Paris, London, New York, and gosh, just everywhere.
He's an artist, all right. You're Mr. Smith. A gyp artist.
Charles.
He came into my store this afternoon and tried to argue me out of a penny for a box of aspirins. And then he tried to run out without paying Dan a dime for a bromo.
You better lock up the family silver, Mother.
Gee, and he seems like such a nice man.
I like him more than any of the boys I know.
Nevertheless, I'd keep a sharp eye on him. He looks like a pretty smooth article, if you ask me. No singing at the table, Roberta.
Mrs. Blaisdell?
Yes?
I neglected to inform you that I cannot eat the sort of food customarily served.
Oh, dear.
I must confine myself to soft food, eggs, milk, mashed bananas, and boiled fish. So if you'll be good enough to take
This is not a restaurant, Mr. Smith. We all eat the same thing or we don't eat at all.
Taste it, Mr. Smith. Mama makes the best stew in Hilverton.
Really? Stew.
I wish I could get a car, Dad.
I wish I could too.
But all the fellas in the flat have a car except me.
Then join another frat.
Howard, didn't we just buy you a brand new raccoon coat?
Yeah, brand new used one.
If you didn't comb it out all the time, you wouldn't look so used.
Sometimes I wish we were so rich that we didn't have to pay our bills.
Roberta, there's no disgrace in being poor. Remember that.
That is probably the only good thing that can be said about it.
I'll get it.
How do you like it?
Well, managed to worry it down.
Hello. Oh, yes, Carl, she is. Just a moment, and I'll call her. Millicent, Carl's on the phone.
Ask him what he wants.
Oh, she's busy right at the moment, Carl. Could I take a message? Oh, yes, I know she'd be delighted to see you. Shall we say about 7:45? Fine, she'll be ready. Goodbye.
Mother, you knew I had a date with Dan.
Oh, I forgot.
Operator.
Please, Mr. Smith. She didn't really forget. She just wants my sister to go out with Carl because he's rich. Do you think she should marry a man just because he's rich?
Well, after I finish this, I'll give you my considered opinion.
What are you doing?
I'm going to call him back and tell him I can't see him.
You can't do that, Millicent. He'd be offended. Now, what's the harm of going out with him just this once?
But Harriet, she has a date with Dan.
She can see Dan anytime. And how often does a boy like Carl Pennock call? Oh, really, Millie, you should be flattered. The Pennocks are the most important family in town.
Mother, I don't care how important they are. I won't go.
Please, Millie, do it for my sake. You wouldn't want to make a fool out of your mother now, would you?
Of course not. But
Carl is such a lovely boy and so sophisticated. I'm sure you'll like him when you get to know him better. Now, you run along upstairs and get ready like a good girl.
what do we do about Dan? He hasn't got a phone, and when
Just
he comes...
let me handle Dan. I told Carl to come at 7:45, so you'll be gone by the time Dan gets here.
Well, all right.
Oh, and Millie,
Yes.
wear your long dress, dear, the one that comes down to your knees. Let's clear away these dishes, Roberta. I want everything spick and span when Carl gets here.
Yes, Mama. Excuse me.
Hello, kid.
Kid yourself. Millicent!
Good evening, Carl.
Hello, Mrs. Blaisdell.
Your shake's here. I'll be right down.
Do come in.
Good evening, Mr. Blaisdell.
Hello, Carl.
Hello, Carl.
Hi, Howie.
I saw you drive up. That new car you have is the Berry.
Well, I'll take you for a spin someday.
Oh, swell.
Mr. Smith, I'd like you to meet Mr. Pennock.
How do you do, young man?
How do you do?
Mr. Smith is staying with us for a while. He's an old friend of the family.
He's exactly 3 hours old now.
Hello, Carl.
Hot diggity, Millie. You're the cat's meow.
Thank you, Carl. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right, have a good time.
Don't stay out too late.
Good night. 5 minutes with him and a girl hasn't passed.
He seems pleasant enough, but I'm not at all certain that I like this boy.
Thank you.
Charles, I know exactly what I'm doing. I have no intention of permitting my daughter to make the same mistake my mother made.
You know what, Mr. Smith? Grandma could have married Samuel G. Fulton,
Who?
the richest man in the world. Instead, she married the poorest.
Roberta, your grandfather wasn't the poorest.
Are you serious? Do you mean your mother could have married the Samuel G. Fulton?
Yes, but she didn't love him, so she married father. Of course, Fulton wasn't rich when he proposed, but I imagine anyone could have told he was going to amount to something compared to poor Papa, who remained a bookkeeper all his life.
Well, I'm not sorry she married Grandpa. I once saw a picture of Mr. Fulton. You should see that beard he's got. I bet if Grandma had married him, I'd have a beard now.
Roberta, it's time you went to bed.
But, Mama, it isn't even 8 o'clock yet.
Your mother seemed perfectly happy with your father, and he never made more than $35 a week.
You must remember, Charles, things were much cheaper then. Look at how much it costs to live today. Steak, 35 cents a pound. Bacon, 32. Eggs, 33 cents a dozen. Why, a person has to be a millionaire in order to make ends meet.
That must be Dad. I'll get it. Hi, Dad.
Hello, Roberta. Millicent already?
She's already left, if that's what you mean.
Millicent asked me to apologize for her, Dad. She had a previous date and completely forgot about it.
A date with who?
Carl Pennick.
That cake eater. I counted on going to the movies with Millicent. I guess I'll have to go alone now.
Don't be discouraged, Dad. Remember, only the brave deserve the fair.
From what I've observed, only the brave can live with some of them. Good night. You have a lovely family, Millicent. Could have been mine if you hadn't been so darn obstinate. What time is it? Oh, so I am supposed to sleep with you, eh?
Gary?
No, it always amuses me when I'm almost run over.
That's what I like about you, Millicent. You've got such a great sense of humor.
She has to have her. She wouldn't go out with me.
Quiet, brat. Come on, hop in. We'll go for a spin.
No, I'm sorry. My mother expects me home.
Well, not anymore. I was just there. I told her I was coming to get you.
Well, all right. Roberta, tell Mother I'll be home in an hour.
Tell her she won't be home for dinner. Skidoo.
When the red, red robin comes bobbing along.
Well, hi, Mr. Smith. Where are you going?
Well, I thought I'd go out for a little walk.
Oh, but you promised to take me painting today. I know what. You get your easel and I'll get mine. We'll walk to Indian Hill and paint there.
Well, I don't think we better do it today. I suddenly feel tired. I think I'd better stay home.
Well, that's even better. Then we can paint from your balcony. You have a wonderful view from there. Come on.
For hours and hours, I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along.
When the red, red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his own sweet song.
Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, cheer up.
How about that barn down there?
You start and I'll copy everything you do.
No. I think everyone should try to be original. Suppose you start. You paint it your way and I'll paint it mine.
Okay.
When you're just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red, red robin comes bobbing along.
Gosh, I like being with you, Mr. Smith. I'm going to miss you tomorrow.
Why, won't you be home tomorrow?
I will, but you won't. I heard Papa tell Mother that you must leave tomorrow morning hot or cold, whatever that means. Penny will miss you too, even though he'll have his bed back. Won't you, Penny? Penny! Oh!
Splendid, splendid. I never could have done that when I was your age.
Of course not. That barn was only built 3 years ago. Now, let's see what you've done. Why, Mr. Smith, whatever is it?
That is surrealism.
Sorry, what?
Surrealism. That's a new school of painting founded in Paris. Instead of painting what you see, you paint what you feel inside of you. At least that's what they say it means.
Is this what you feel inside of you?
Yes.
Gosh, Mr. Smith, you must be all mixed up. You gonna frame it and hang it in your room?
No. Hanging's too good for it. Roberta, whatever are you doing?
Oh, it's no good, especially when compared to yours.
Why, that's a waste. This drawing paper cost at least 2 cents a sheet. You could have used the other side.
Oh, Papa will buy me more.
Wish I had a rich papa.
Hi, George.
See, Mr. Smith, that's the frame I told you about. Make a wonderful frame for your painting. It wouldn't cost you anything,
That's a very good frame.
isn't it?
Yes, sir. A very nice frame indeed.
Papa, can I have that Circe so frame for Mr. Smith's painting?
Just a moment, darling.
How long are we supposed to wait?
Oh, can I thirst hanging around here? Sorry to keep you waiting.
What kind of a fountain is this anyway?
Just be patient, will you, fellas? Here is my latest import.
Papa, can I have it, please?
Yes, dear.
Oh, boy. Come on, let's go to the chair. No, we're gonna.
Yeah, at least somebody will wait on us there.
Thank you very much. Come again, Miss Gates.
Why isn't Dan behind the soda fountain?
I had to send him out to deliver medicine to a sick customer. Then some customers came in, and I had to wait on them, so there was no one to take care of the fountain.
You should hire a soda jacker.
Oh, I've tried to, but all I can pay is $12 a week, and nobody wants to work for that. Although in my day, it was a good week's wages.
In my day, it was even better. Too bad. You're losing a lot of business.
I know. Why don't you work for Papa?
Me, a soda jacker? I should say not. I don't know the difference between a parfait and a soda.
The difference is a nickel. Dan can teach you what there is to know soon enough. I'll give you $12 a week, Mr. Smith. How's that?
I'll make you a proposition, Mr. Blaisdell. Instead of you giving me $12 a week, you permit me to continue boarding at your house and give me $5 a week in cash.
That's the equivalent of $13 per week, Mr. Smith. That's $1 more than I contemplated.
Take it or leave it.
Take it, Papa. Now you'll be able to buy a lot of paper and we can paint on your day off.
You drive a hard bargain, Mr. Smith, but it's a deal. You will have to sweep up and run errands to the customers when they're sick.
Sweep up and run errands.
Take it or leave it.
Take it, Mr. Smith.
Okay, I'll take it.
Good. Hi, Dan.
I wish you'd get a new bicycle. Either it's too short or my legs are too long for it.
Meet our new soda jerk.
Him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you're better than no one. All right, come around here, Gramps. Get rid of that smokestack, take off your coat, and I'll show you the ropes. One Tutti Frutti Delight. Coming up. Here, right back here. Come on. Cheater. Okay, Gramps.
One Tutti Frutti Delight coming up.
Watch me. One strawberry surprise. Now your turn.
Watch me. One strawberry surprise.
All right, once again. One strawberry.
Surprise.
One Vesuvius. All right, come on.
One Vesuvius. Coming your way, Tony.
Got it, Gramps. Hey, Gramps, I'll have a chalk malt. Heavy on the chalk, plenty of milk, 4 spoons of malt, 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, 1 mixed with the rest, and 1 floating.
Would you like to come in Wednesday for a fitting? Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Smith.
Hello, Millie.
Is Dan in the back?
No, he's off today.
Oh.
Oh, Millie, try the library.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Hello there.
Millie.
What are you reading?
It. Something which I evidently haven't got.
Why, I think you have, Dan. I think you have lots of it.
But not as much as Carl. I get the heebie-jeebies when I think of him telling everybody you're his Sheba.
But I'm not. I'm not anymore.
No kidding? So you finally found out what an Airedale is.
Huh.
What about your mother?
Oh, she's furious with the Pennocks because they're giving a big party tonight and they didn't invite me.
Shh! Quiet. Don't you know this is a library?
Sorry. Let's get out of here. Sorry.
Give me a little kiss, will you? What are you gonna miss, will you? Gosh, oh gee, why do you refuse? I can't see what you're gonna lose. Oh, give me a little squeeze, will you? Anything you ask, I'll do. I wouldn't say a word if I were asking for the world. But what's a little kiss between a fella and this girl? Oh, give me a little kiss, will you? And I'll give it right back to you.
Wait, what?
I wish we had money. I'd show those Pennocks a thing or two, treating my Millicent as if she were
Guess what? Guess what? I'm engaged.
engaged. To be married?
Now, that's a silly question. If I ever heard one, what else could she be engaged for?
I hope you don't object.
Of course not. Congratulations, my boy. That's wonderful.
Engaged. Gosh, that's almost as good as married.
It's frequently better. My best wishes.
Thanks, Gramps.
You're engaged to Dan?
Isn't it wonderful, Mother? We were just going by the firehouse when he asked me, and I hurried home to tell you.
What's there to cry about?
Nothing.
It's just that I've always wanted my daughter to marry someone who could give her all the things I never had.
I resent that.
All right, my dear. Your father doesn't seem to have any objections, so I hope you'll be very happy.
Thank you, Mom. Can Dan stay for dinner?
Yes.
Dan, Mom wants you to stay for dinner. We're having hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
As long as he's going to be my son-in-law, I guess I might as well get used to having him around the table.
Come on forward. Come on, I'll show you the step. Come on. Now forward 3. Now start jiggling your hands. Down. Watch me. That's it. Oh. I'm afraid it's hopeless.
I'm afraid it is.
Come on, everybody. Let's drink to the happy couple.
Howard, draw the blinds. Do you want us all to be arrested?
Here you are, Mr. Smith. Dan,
Thank you, sir.
to the future Mrs. Dan Stevens.
Thank you, Dad.
I hope you both have lots of luck. Thanks, Mr. Blaisdell.
Mrs. Dan Stebbins, isn't that so wonderful?
Good luck, Millie. Dan.
Thanks.
Thanks, Howard. Great stuff, isn't it? My bootlegger says it's real bathtub gin.
He must have been taking a bath when he made it.
I'll get it.
Find the hooch quick. It may be a policeman.
Good evening. Is this the residence of Mr. and Mrs. Charles Blaisdell?
Yes, sir.
May I see them, please?
Sure, they're all in the window. My sister just got engaged right in the middle of dinner.
Oh, I hope I'm not intruding. Are you Mr. Blaisdell?
That is Mr. Blaisdell.
Oh, how do you do? My name is Edward Norton. I'm attorney for the Hamilton Trust Company.
Oh, if it's about my mortgage, Mr. Norton, I'm certain that I'll be able to meet that payment in just a few more days. You see, business has been a little slow.
It's nothing like that. I'm here on another matter entirely.
Oh? Oh, well, sit down, won't you?
Thank you.
This is my wife.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Blaisdell?
Good evening.
And my son, Howard.
Hello there.
Hi. My daughter, Roberta.
Good evening,
Hello,
miss.
sir.
My daughter, Millicent.
How do you do?
How do you do?
And my future son-in-law, Dan Stebbins.
How do you do?
Happy to know you, Mr. Stebbins. And,
Oh, yes, this is Mr. Smith. He's staying with us.
How do you do?
I didn't catch the name.
Smith. S-M-I-T-H. The first name is John Smith. And I've never been in love with Pocahontas.
Mr. Smith is Papa Soda Jerker.
Soda jerky?
One of the best. If you were to be in town for a while, Mr. Norton, I'd like you to come in and try one of my Tutti Frutti delights.
Tutti Frutti.
May I ask what you wish to see us about?
What? Oh, yes. I've been authorized to deliver into your hands this check.
Check? Check?
Check.
Check?
Oh, what is it, an advertisement?
I know. Bring in this check and you get a $75 icebox for $60.
Mrs. Blaisdell, may I suggest you read it?
Paid at the order of Mr. and Mrs. Charles Blaisdell, $100,000. Hamilton Trust Company. I don't understand, Mr. Norton. Just what is this?
The money is yours, Mrs. Blaisdell. You may do with it whatever you wish.
I don't recognize the signature.
Well, naturally not. It's a cashier's check.
Who would want to give us $100,000?
That, Mrs. Blaisdell, I'm not permitted to disclose. All you need know is that the gentleman who sent the check is a wealthy eccentric.
You mean he's...
Well, let's say that his behavior at times is exceedingly peculiar, to say the least.
he's crazy?
Just why, may I ask, is this unknown eccentric giving us the money?
Yes, why?
If you have any doubts, may I suggest that you get in touch with Mr. Parker, the manager of the Gilberton Bank.
I know Mr. Parker. He holds the mortgage on my store.
Well, he's our representative here. I've just come from his home, where I informed him this check would be put through his bank.
Give me 369, please.
Have a cigar, Mr. Norton. They're 2 for a nickel. We call them Hilverton stinkers.
Parker?
But I thought the doctor said you weren't supposed to smoke.
Pay no attention to doctors, Mr. Norton. I never do.
But
There's a Mr. Edward Norton here. Oh, he was? I see. Then it's legitimate. Of course, we're delighted. I'll be over first thing in the morning.
$100,000. Oh,
I'll get some water.
here, what are you doing with my check? I'm sorry if I caused you to become ill.
sorry, Mr. Norton, sorry. All my life I've lived, I've hoped, I've dreamed of suddenly becoming wealthy. And now it's come true.
Will you have some coffee? Thank you,
A
Norton.
bite, perhaps.
Oh, do have a bite.
I won't have time.
Mr. Norton, Mrs. Blaisdell makes the best stew in Hilverton. You should taste it.
Stew.
Yes, I can't get enough of it.
Roberta,
Yes, Papa.
get the bottle of champagne.
Get the champagne.
Under my bed.
It's under Daddy's
And
bed.
cool it.
Cool it, dear.
Of course, you'll have a drink with us.
Thank you. No, I've got to be in New York by morning.
Oh.
Sorry, I won't have time to taste one of your tutti frutti delights.
It's your loss, Mr. Norton.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Norton.
Good night,
And do
Mr. Norton.
thank the gentleman who sent us the check, whoever he is.
Well, good night. Good luck to all of you.
I'll see you to the door.
Good night. When are you leaving here?
Not for some time.
I got the champagne. I got it.
I want to hang around a while and see. Quiet, Penny, quiet.
Is that your dog?
No, I'm only sleeping in his bed. Go away, Penny, and stop eavesdropping. Go away, Penny.
You know, that seems like quite a nice family that you could have had. I hope the money doesn't change them.
It won't if I'm any judge of people.
I must say you're looking very well, Mr. Fulton, in spite of eating stew and smoking cigars and working as a soda jerker.
Maybe that's why I'm looking so well. Oh, yes, I forgot. Here, take these pills back and get a refund. I don't use them anymore. Goodbye.
Mother, what are we going to do with all that money?
What are we going to do?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is move out of this old house. And we're going to buy a brand new house up on the hill where all the best people live. And we'll get a car.
And a chauffeur.
2 chauffeurs. And we'll buy brand new clothes and everything brand new.
I think the first thing we ought to do, Harriet, is pay off the mortgage on the store.
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll sell the store.
Sell the store? What are you talking about? Why, I put 20 years of my life into that store.
Now that we have money, we're going to assume our proper position in society. We couldn't possibly do that if you remained a shopkeeper.
Well, it's just...
Oh, I'll show those Pennicks now. So my daughter isn't good enough for their Carl, huh? Well, perhaps now Carl isn't good enough for my daughter.
What are you talking about Carl for? She just got engaged to Dan.
Well, that was before we were wealthy.
Mother.
You're going to move in a completely different circle, child.
But Mother,
Dan couldn't possibly keep you in the grand style to which you're going to become accustomed. Now, you wouldn't want people to say you married Millicent for her money, would you?
Don't worry about that, Mrs. Blaisdell. That's one thing people will never say about me. Your mother's right, Millie. That check changed everything. I'm in no position to marry a rich girl.
Dan, Millie.
Dan,
Now see what you've done.
Harriet, you had no right to behave that way.
Of course I have. As her mother, I've always wanted her to have the best life had to offer. Now I can finally give it to you.
Mother, you've spoiled everything.
Here, Papa. I got it as cold as I could.
I guess there's no sense in opening it now, but it's gone. I'll put it back under the bed.
Oh, Mr. Smith, I'm so happy. We're millionaires.
not quite, my dear. You've only got $100,000. In order to be considered a millionaire, you must have at least $200,000.
Oh, Penny, we're rich. From now on, you're going to eat nothing but steak.
You will not. You're going to get rid of that mongrel. We're going to get 2 pedigreed French poodles.
French poodles? But I can't speak French. I don't want French poodles. I don't like French poodles.
Nonsense, Roberta. All the best people have French poodles.
But I want Penny.
Well, this has been quite an exciting evening. I guess I may as well go to bed. Good night.
Oh, Mr. Smith.
Yes?
You'll have to look for lodgings elsewhere immediately.
Elsewhere? But why, Mrs. Blaisdell? I'm quite comfortable here.
Now that we're wealthy, I certainly don't intend to keep a boarder. Gorgeous. Put it down.
Thank you. Paris creation.
How much?
We'll take it.
Thank you.
This would be lovely for my daughter.
How much?
$200.
It's a bargain. We'll take it.
Thank you.
Oh, this I must have. Don't you think I'll look divine in green?
Yes.
Take it.
Thank you. They say it's a quarter of $1 million.
Luck is still as luck. I understand it was $750,000.
Why couldn't something like that happen to me?
Oh, to me.
Yes, it was $1 million in cash. Imagine that. $1 million.